Tail and Bend, Bathurst, co-drivers.
Yeah.
I'm actually really hoping they change that rule for the co-driver start.
Oh, yeah, what is
Yeah.
it? They're going to go back to what it used to be.
And then someone came up with this brilliant idea to, like, if you qualify the car, you have to start, like if you're in the top 10 shootout. So, like, if
Yeah.
we're in the shootout
I mean-
and the others get to just put their coe in. So
Ah,
they get 6 hours advantage to our, like, but we
I
made
think
a top
that's
10
dumb.
shootout. That, just let,
We just need to
it's
let
just either you
co-drivers
can start them or you can't.
some fans I saw, I was like, I don't really ever click into the comments. I'm like, oh, this would be good.
Yeah.
Let's see what's going on here. And it was just people like, just let the teams run the race how they want.
Yeah.
Like, they're going to have to put tyres on this thing at some point. They have to put fuel in it at some
Yeah,
point.
change driver.
Just let their drivers,
Yeah.
whoever wants to start, starts with each team.
It should be just get to the flag the fastest.
Like
Work it
normal
out.
endurance racing.
Like a normal endurance
We don't
race.
need all these extra rules. So,
I get that we had that one year at Bathurst where there was like 6 cars wiped out in the first lap or something. There was like,
but that's been happening since like,
yeah, but there was one really
2003.
bad year though. There was
Yeah.
one really bad year.
yeah, it was when the
Maybe
water
3
was
years ago?
running down and
that's harsh.
3
Linked
years
up.
ago or something.
Yeah.
had the big pirouette up the.
Yeah.
wasn't it?
Yeah, I think it was
Yeah.
that year. I can't remember, but there was one year where we started last,
Yeah.
22nd or something like that. And Dean Fiore was my co-driver. And when he was in 12th by lap 3,
Yeah.
and he hadn't actually passed anybody. Like there were so many,
Yeah.
there were so many cars off and in the fence.
I reckon that was about the same time though.
Yeah.
The co-drivers became more important because you had your Tanders and all these people becoming
Yeah.
co-drivers. So then these Super 2 guys and guys that aren't an
Yeah, driving the
ex-champion
cars all the time,
are probably
yeah.
driving them a little bit harder to
Yeah,
match those
definitely.
dudes. But I think that's just a freak thing at Bathurst. It happens.
It might not happen at all this year. I agree. It's freak, and we took
Yeah.
a bit of a. I feel like we took a bit of a knee-jerk reaction to that, and then said straight away you can't start your co-driver. But obviously, for those playing at
can't
home,
imagine
there's a lot of different strategy when it comes to how you chop up the race in who starts the race, and obviously, you sort of bank on if you can put yourself a bit different, and you got a fast co-driver who can hold stations and hold
Exactly.
position while you got main drivers in the car. Then when you got your main in the car, the idea is you can carve some coes up, right? Like that's what
Yeah.
we're all hoping for. But by taking that strategy choice away from us, it kind of feels like there's a segregated. Okay, main driver stint, co-driver stint, main driver stint, co-driver stint.
Yep.
So yeah, I'm all for just opening that back up for sure.
Hopefully they do. Common sense. I reckon.
Yeah, Tail and Bend will be interesting as an enduro.
Yeah, well, that's like, if you guys started your co-driver and I qualified bad and 24th again, and I'm like, I'm just going to blaze through. Tail and Bend,
Yeah.
you can make some serious time up
100%.
against the co-driver.
Yeah.
Yeah,
Like,
absolutely.
it's easy to be a second and a half off there by yourself.
yeah.
It's kind of
But,
like Bathurst
yeah.
in a way,
Yeah,
like
but you
that,
can
isn't
pass.
it?
There's
Yeah, it's
half the track
crazy.
isn't walls and
Yeah,
a mountain, so
yeah, exactly. It'll be interesting. I mean, I hope to see a lot of people there, but I'm. How do you think the racing will be?
yeah, I'm not sure.
You know what I mean?
So are
Like,
they going to be really good or really?
They cars are
Not
tricky
good.
to drive there.
yeah,
Like if the co-drivers are
question.
dealing with that like real nervousness at 5, that hairpin where they're like chattering the rear tire and just a bit of a
Forklift.
prick to drive, like that will spice it up.
for sure. And you'll
But-
see. I feel like you'll see
Few
cars.
spins.
Yeah, you can
Yeah.
spin there easily. I think I've spun there like every time we go.
Yeah, I mean, and obviously all the right-handers at the back. Like there's a big
Yeah.
rhythm to that, and
And also people just going off into the boonies. You can't even
That's
see
what I
it.
mean. Like you'll
Just lose a car.
You know, you don't know you've gone
Yeah.
in too deep until you fly off the road 3 corners down, and then you're like up over the hill and down in the drain.
Yeah.
So
I remember the first year there, I was at BJR and Blanchard was racing still. And I think, pretty sure it was him, he went off at the start of the session through the fast right. And
you
he's
go
like,
like up the.
he went so far off, he's like, we'd never been there. He got actually lost. He's like perusing around the paddocks because it was like no grass yet and it was just wild. I'm like, that is going to be this year.
Yeah,
Send the coes out there.
yeah. I hope the
Interesting.
racing's good because
What if
You know-
it's like that wet race we had there, 22? Oh, that was
ice.
sketchy.
that was diabolical.
Yeah,
wasn't it?
literally.
In that race, like obviously that was last year in the old car, wasn't it?
Yeah.
22. Yeah, I remember
Yeah.
that year. Obviously, these cars we got heated screens.
Oh,
And
yeah.
like fogging was a problem in the old car.
Yep.
And like some teams had
Oh.
it nailed, some teams didn't. This race, that particular race, I remember thinking if Motorsport Australia could see out my windscreen, there is not a chance they would let me race.
No.
Because I was literally at
Look
the
outside.
hairpin. Yeah, like at
Yeah.
the hairpin. I had one gap in the middle of the windscreen, and obviously that's kind of useless
Yep.
to you. And I remember turning at the hairpin and I misjudged it and I just completely cut the corner by a whole car. Like I was on the dirt on the inside because I just had no idea where I was.
That would look good on TV. Just
he
no
doing out
car.
there?
It's just,
Just
I
like,
know it'll see me cut this corner.
I just had no idea where I was. No idea where I was.
No, it's fair enough. To be honest, if they seen out the windscreen even when it wasn't fogging, they
No.
probably still wouldn't let us race.
Yeah.
Literally.
Yeah, that's wild. So yeah, I'm hoping that's going to be, a good thing. Obviously, it's a long way for people to travel though, which is always the battle at that racetrack. It's an awesome facility they've got there, but you got to rely on a lot of people coming from Adelaide up. It's a pretty big day trip. There's not a lot of accommodation out there.
It was that first year when we couldn't get out of the car park for like 3 hours.
Yeah,
Probably hurt them
yeah,
because everyone just remembers that. Like, that was
Yeah.
horrible.
yeah. Leave with 10 laps to go.
Yeah. On a good day.
Yeah,
I think. It's
yeah.
better now. They've improved it all.
They've improved it a
It
lot.
was just that new circuit, wasn't it?